scratch it up.
You know. But I love music. I love collecting records. I don't know if any of you guys are record collectors. Yeah, record store day. Yeah, oh, it was great this year. But oh, sorry, just a bit loud. Yeah, so I've been working with Seevl for the last 6 months as their community manager. So we all love listening to music on streaming platforms like YouTube, Spotify, Deezer. And, you know, once you listen to the hits and all the songs that you love, you know, you're over and over, and you want to find new music to listen to. And you can get recommendations from these platforms, but they're not really tailored specifically to your evolving music tastes. So, you know, eventually you just end up searching for hours and hours. And then if you do find a band that you like, you know, you want to read a little bit more about them if you're like myself. You know, we get very curious, want to know more about the band. And usually these platforms will give you a small bio and some extra info. But majority of the time you'll end up on Google or Wikipedia or even MusicBrainz and to find out more information. So what Seevl tries to do is unify all these elements of music discovery and put them together in one little easy app for you to use. So we do this by gathering music data from Wikipedia, Freebase, and MusicBrainz, and also data from Facebook about what you and your friends like. So we put these together to try and give you tailored recommendations based on your music taste by connecting artists, genres, and people. So for example, like we'd start off and we'd be listening to The Clash. And you know, an interesting fact that I didn't know is we found that Joe Strummer actually played with the Pogues one time for when Shane MacGowan was just too drunk to handle it, you know? Classic Shane. But so we moved on, we was listening, discovered the Pogues. And then we went from there through a genre search, and we got a relation through trad punk to Dropkick Murphys. And then my friend Julie then could get a suggestion of Dropkick Murphys from my social feed. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play a quick 1-minute video for you to explain Seevl a little bit more to you.
And millions of tracks are available. Yet you find yourself listening to the same songs over and over again. How can you find new bands to listen to? You could ask your friends, but at the end of the day, you can't ask everyone, and you're going to miss great recommendations. Sure, you can browse the web, but you'll spend hour after hour without discovering the music you're after. So, more time searching than listening. At Seevl, we understand this. That's why we bring your friend's musical taste and a world of online music data to Seevl, directly into your favorite music platforms. Install Seevl and get your friend's preferences, tailored recommendations, and much more in a personal dashboard. Understand how artists are related to each other and discover new ones. Search by genre, label, instrument, and much more. And learn about artists you've just discovered via the liner notes. With Seevl, discover music that matters to you. Get it now for free at Seevl.net.
Okay, so hopefully that explained it a little bit more to you. So now I'm going to give you a brief demo of Seevl that's currently available as a plugin for YouTube and as an in-app for Deezer. So as you can see here then, here's your login screen once you get the plugin for YouTube. You just click to log in, and it's very similar as well then on Deezer. And once you log in, Seevl will take your YouTube and your Facebook likes, and it will start to build your personal dashboard, okay? So as you can see here, here's my personal dashboard. It has given me all the bands that I like in my Seevl library here. And then as you can see, we're getting recommendations just based on those bands that I've liked. And then there's also the ability for your top genres and top labels, so you can select from these and get recommendations based on this. So we're going to start maybe a little bit of jazz. So I like John Coltrane, or I like Miles Davis, so they're giving me a John Coltrane sort of recommendation. So as you can see here, once you click on his name, you're going to get a liner notes, And all this data is gathered from Wikipedia, Freebase, and MusicBrainz. So as you can see here, I get a cool bio, loads of information on his birthplace, death place, origin, genres, collaborations, instruments, and labels. I also get a list of his top 5 tracks, so that's usually my first protocol. I'll click play all, and you can listen to his top 5 tracks. And then there's a full discography that's available to you to listen to on Deezer. So if you want to listen to any of these albums, you just click the play button, or if you're looking for a specific track, you can click and then pick any track there to play. So as you probably noticed as well, on the right-hand side here, there's a list of other suggestions. So these are all related artists. So you can find out why these artists are related in this genre section. So you can see that there's same genre, instruments, and labels. Sonny Rollins, for example, it loads. You can see, once again, same genre, instrument, and they share the same label. So another interesting thing is that any of these orange links you can click on and get more information. So say I click on jazz, I get a brief bio about jazz, and then I get a list of all the jazz artists, and if I want, I can load more. So if we go back to YouTube, once you're logged in, okay. Okay, it seems to be a big. So once we've logged in with YouTube, you can see that the liner notes is also available here on the side. It's a little bit more compact, and you get the same recommendations, etc. here, and you also have your artist connections and a list of related artists, okay? So if that's not enough, we also have an advanced search feature, so you can search for any genre, instrument, or artist. So say we want to look up some pop music. So there you go, you get a list of all pop bands and a bio of pop music. Genres, or we've done genres, so instruments, let's say a weird instrument like a sitar or something. Oh. So you get a description of the sitar, and same thing again, all the artists that have used sitars. I didn't know George Harrison did that. Cool. So, and then finally, that brings us to our social feed. So one thing as well, like you'll always get music recommendations from your friends. You know, you'll be talking about bands. It's like, hey, I heard this band, you should listen to this band. You know, that's where I get a lot of mine from. So, and same at gigs, if you're bumping into people you don't know and you're talking about something you have in common, which is music. So what we tried to do is bring this to your online music discovery. So as you can see here in the social feed, I'm getting suggestions from my friends about bands that they like. So for example, Alexander likes Mad Sin, who are like a psychobilly band. We were just talking about this earlier on. And if I go to his personal dashboard, I can get all the recommendations of all the bands he likes, top genres and labels. I can find new music that way. We also have given the added feature to follow other users that also like similar genres, artists, and labels as yourself. So once again, that's another way to discover new music. And on YouTube, this is exactly the same, except for it's just with videos. So you can see Alex there again with the specials, and then there's other users that I can follow. Okay. So that's it. The last sort of announcement is that we recently have become available on mobile for Android with Seevl for Deezer. You can get it in their app studio. That was maybe 2 or 3 days ago, so you can try it out. Seevl's free. It always will be. And if you have any other questions, you know, feel free to ask me. I will point you though for technical questions to Alex's Twitter, and you can ask him about the tech side of things, okay? All right, thanks very much.